Hey everybody, this is Dave with the Hood Scoop channel. Today we're going to show you how to remove the seats from a 1999 through 2006 Chevrolet Silverado specifically, but it also applies to the GMC Sierra, Chevrolet Tahoe, Chevrolet Suburban, Chevrolet Avalanche, GMC Yukon, and Yukon XL this same time period. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you what parts you need. Here is the seats on this truck in question. These that we're dealing with here are manual seats, but the same principles will apply to power seats, and I'll show you only just a couple of differences that you'll need to mess with when removing power seats. And then here's the tools that you're going to need. If you've taken a look at this, moved your seats up back and forth, look at the mounting bolts and brackets, you're probably doing the exact same thing. If you haven't done this before, the same thing I did when I first did it. You're like, what are those bolts? I do not have those tools. As you can see, here's the bolts that you're dealing with. These are called, I don't know what kind of bolt they're called, but they require an E socket, which I had to go to Harbor Freight to pick up. Here's the two front bolts. Here's the two rear bolts. See, a pretty heavy-duty bolt, of course, because they need to hold the seats in place in the event of an accident. Here is the socket set that I got from Harbor Freight for dirt cheap. There it is right there, you see with the part number. The only problem with this one is this E socket set only goes up to E18, and for this job, you need an E14 for the rear ones. So that comes with this kit. But you'll also need to go, I went on Amazon because nobody locally stocked it and got a 1/2-inch E20 socket, which is the one you'll need for these front bolts here. So let me go and show you where these are. So first off, let's start in the front. Got the seat moved back here. You can see there's one bolt right there. Pretty easy. Put your socket on it, just like that. And then what you're going to want to do for leverage, I would recommend using a 1/2-inch breaker bar because these things are really in there good, especially if they've never been removed before or if the truck is a little bit rusty due to age. This one can be a little bit of a pain. You want to make sure you get that socket seated on there. That's why I've got the short extension on this one, just so you can make sure you get a good seat on that because you do not want to round it off. You'll never get this one out if you do. So like I said, you'll want to come back. I recommend using a breaker bar of this size to break them loose and get a couple of revolutions. Once you do that, then you can come back with a 1/2-inch, like I said, a larger ratchet, like something like this. So now let me show you what the back ones look like. Here they are back here. As you can see, these are one right in the seat rail there, another one right outside of it, pretty easy to get, and that's this bolt right here. So pretty simple. You'll put your E14 on these, like I said, E20 for the fronts, E14s for the back, and just put some muscle into it. Like I said, why you want to use the bigger ratchet and bigger breaker bar to get them loose. Just being very careful to make sure the socket is seated on there at all times so you do not round it off. It's not hard, but if you really mess with it, you may round it. Like I said, then it's not going to be any fun trying to get that out. So that's what they look like in there. So let me walk around. I'm going to show you. I already took them out on the driver's side. I'm going to show you what it looks like with them out and what your next step's going to be after you get them out of there. So like I said, here's the front ones out off the front pegs. Here's the back ones out. Back ones typically can be a little more difficult because they physically are into the actual floor. There's the hole for that one, and the other one's under there. So once you get those out, pop your steering column up and then just push the seat back. But what you need to do, so here's where you want to pay attention if you have a power seat. You're going to have, and especially if you have like one of the 03 to 06s with the side airbag, this one does not. But there's going to be a couple different plugs under here. There's going to be one, I think this one's for a lumbar on this one, just easy unplug it. Or actually that might be the airbag sensor. But there'll be one for airbag, one for side airbag, one for the power accessories. There might be another one under here for the heated seat element. So like I said, be very careful and look under your seat and make sure you get everything unplugged. And once you do, obviously you've got the 4 bolts out. Let's see if I can scrunch this seat up and show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can then pull this seat out of the car. Same thing on the passenger side. Do it over there. Pull that one out. And so I can show you real easy the center console if your truck has one that's actually a seat. And even the trucks that have the fixed center consoles, they go up to about right here. Then they attach into the dash. You undo the bolts in this area, and this section will come out same as this one. It's actually a seat. But you can see all that one is just set under the driver's seat and passenger seat, which are locking the center console down. So once the seats are out, this thing just pops straight up. As you see, it's loose on this side because I haven't taken the bolts out on the other side. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, once you have the right tools, it's a very simple job. So like I said, just hope this is helpful for you, and continue to watch this channel and subscribe, because like I said, we're going to be taking more stuff apart on this truck as we continue the part out. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.